Radio Show. I'm your host, Jamal Radio Rahim. I'm with my sister, co-host Angie Ang.
Pretty good.
Y'all getting 2 episodes in 2 weeks, guys. We consistent. We,
Wait.
you know, know about that third. All
It's
right, so
like
this
we
week
disappear, we disappear. But then when we come back, we come back. Okay.
we about to be all over the place. So just want y'all to get with the program. So first thing is because I think this is a positive story. Maybe this says a lot about me. Who knows? There's a George Washington student who put morning after pills in a vending machine on his campus. Good thoughts? You know what I'm saying? What's your thoughts on that?
I think that's genius. I don't know why more campuses ain't doing that. Because let's be real, okay? We need better prices for the Plan B. They be a little expensive. So yeah, and college campuses, they be getting freaky. Okay. So to have a little Plan B is not bad. I think, and like you're 18 and up, majority of the people.
Even if you're
True.
17.
But I'm saying, like, you have access to that. You don't have to like be all embarrassed in CVS buying it, go to the vending machine. That's
Gosh,
cool.
I mean, the vending machine might be a little embarrassing too, but
It's
ain't
not
nothing
as
more embarrassing
embarrassing.
than the CVS. I be like, I have to buy something else because I don't want them to think like I just came. Yeah, let me get some gum.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Like, it's accessible, and why not? I wonder how much is was he putting it for? Do you know?
I don't know.
Dang, but also for people who are watching, Plan B is cheaper on Amazon if you ever want to buy it ahead of time. If you got
I
plans
think
for
it's
Valentine's Day.
I think it's personally great because because stuff happens, especially on college campuses. You want to know the amount of times that boy I almost got caught slipping. Feel me? I was in a relationship,
I can't relate. I can't relate.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever. But like stuff like that comes in handy because like people like especially how these laws are now.
That's what I'm saying.
Man, I don't know how it is in the DMV area, but I think George Washington. I think it might be in Maryland. It's in Maryland or Virginia or DC. Shit, one of those. Just named literally every DC area, but DMV area. But I think it's innovative. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I feel like you can go get a snack and Plan B at the same time.
Right?
What?
Let me get some Doritos with my Plan B.
Especially you had a long night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Also, there's a time in my life where I don't even remember what happened the night before. So we just got it just in case. Ain't nothing better than that just in case. Like, I feel bad because it be messing up like y'all bodies and stuff.
Yeah, I was about to say you can't be taking them. That's not an excuse to just be popping them willy nilly. There's lots of.
But I think it happened.
Yeah.
So because I don't remember throwing away I don't want to get into
it's
that.
Okay. You don't have to walk through the whole situation.
Make me seem like I'm a hoe. I'm not a hoe. I don't remember throwing away
lots of Plan Bs.
I don't remember throwing away the rubber or flushing it or whatever. So I was like, we probably should do that.
Right.
And yeah.
And now look, you ain't got no babies.
Amen. Don't ever plan on having them.
No, but I think that's smart. I wish more schools would be a little more proactive with sexual health and reproduction.
Absolutely. I honestly think that stuff. You could go to the Planned Parenthood and stuff too. But
I'm like saying, like, if that's not a possibility for you.
Yeah, because you're in like Texas.
Yeah, Planned Parenthood is closed on Sundays. So if you got a little situation, I don't know if you want to risk it.
Hell nah. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
So yeah, I think that's
Honestly, too,
so kind of that.
we need as a society in a whole, we need to get to a better place where we're having these conversations, like, um, especially on college campuses. Like,
Hey,
y'all want to be naive and act like college students aren't doing it.
they doing it like
They
rabbits.
are, and they're making bad decisions sometimes.
If you ever lived in a college dorm, you know they be getting down.
I never lived in no dorm, but
but you know they be getting down.
but I know.
Yeah, so I think that's smart. That's so kind of that student.
If you ever been to a Moja conference, you know they be getting down.
Yeah.
No shots at you know.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, of course, I'm sure there's people who have problems with it, of course, but
there's gonna be people who have problems with it. But who gives a fuck what they think, to be honest?
They're not gonna raise that child. So
no. People be like, oh, we need more, abortion is bad. All these stuff is bad. Like, you should have a kid. And then at the same time, they're complaining about the poverty problem. Because maybe if I can't afford a kid and you make me have a kid, the kid's gonna be raised in poverty. Maybe that's just linked. I don't know.
Welfare programs. Don't get me started, because I just watched this documentary and it just got me all upset all over again about Reagan, and I
fucking hate Reagan.
I can't even talk about these programs so without thinking of him and just like
him and his devil ass wife. His wife
that is an evil
devil.
white man. That is an evil white devil. Anyway, sorry. It's fresh on my mind. I couldn't. I'm just like, okay. Anyway,
and that's why, like, when they be saying like he's the greatest, like I pay attention to certain things. When people say he's the greatest, I'm like, Reagan. Him and his wife. You think they were the greatest? Him and his wife would be giving a sloppy toppy allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. I didn't make this up. I heard she.
I know. I saw. Well, I didn't see her do it, but
hey, I was like, whoa.
I saw the stories.
So yeah, I don't like him. Never did. My students know, unfortunately, that I don't like Reagan because something came up. And one of them said, like, oh, like Reagan? I said, nah, heck no. Don't ever compare me to Reagan.
Ever. Don't ever.
So disrespectful to compare it. Oh.
Disgusting.
He's the worst.
Honestly, like, if people ever, like, if I meet someone and they're praising Reagan, I just know to walk away, because that's not the energy I
like, he's worse than Trump. I don't care. He's worse than Trump. I don't care. Trump is racist. Like,
Reagan did a lot.
Reagan destroyed the communities, black communities in particular.
Still recovering.
Him and his wife. War on drugs, please. Anyways, wow, that was a tangent.
Sorry. I just, thought welfare programs, community.
This is gonna be a different completely topic, but a beauty blogger, she killed her lookalike. She found her.
This is gonna be a different topic.
But she found her lookalike and she killed her to fake her own death. I don't really have much to say, but I don't understand people at this point. People really do. Like, I didn't know how, like, people took social media, because I'm on there and I say whatever I feel like, and it's fun to me for now. Like, I don't think I'm gonna stay on social media forever, because once it's not fun, I'm off.
Yeah.
Like, Instagram is not fun for me. I don't go on Instagram that often. So if I'm watching your video or your stuff, it says the Harris Show viewed you. You just one of the first people. Don't flatter yourself. But I don't get it. Like, I didn't know people did stuff like this on social media. Like, clout is a real thing.
It's really, I just don't understand why she needed to kill someone to fake her own death. Just fake your own death. Like, just don't.
Literally.
Why did you need to take another life? But
also, why fake your own death?
That too. What you need to fake your death for?
Because if you're faking your death, you can't even, like, say you do get the clout for being dead, you can't even live with it because you are alive.
That's true.
And you can't let people know that you're alive because you just committed a fucking crime
of
faking your death.
So then,
So
yeah, what was her? I wonder what her end goal was. Like, she was gonna come back and say, "Just kidding,
surprise,
it's me.
I
I'm
just
alive."
murdered this bitch.
Yeah, like,
Like, I shouldn't call her a bitch. I gotta
no,
stop
I
that.
know. This is my thing. I'm like, I casually say it, and I don't mean it in the most like. I don't
Yeah,
mean.
but it's different. It's different from you as a woman saying it as me as a man
I know, right?
saying I just murdered them. That's
Yeah,
a big difference.
he means no
And
harm.
um, so I apologize to the lady who is actually dead.
Condolences.
RIP.
That's sad.
But I don't understand this clout stuff. I never understood it. Um, People literally do be saying some wild stuff just for attention, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like even for me, like I have people say crazy stuff on my comments, and then when I respond, they'd be like, "Oh, thanks, big bro," and I'm like, "Yo, you did all this to get big bro, like, or for like you wanted my attention." I'm like, I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
even a
all it
big
is.
creator, and I'm
Yeah.
like, "Yo, you could have literally been like, what's up, like, hello."
Mhm.
Like, I don't get enough comments where I'm like not seeing it.
Right. I think people think, oh, if I say something negative, it'll catch their attention, and then
No,
I'll just
and it does sometimes, you know. Um, I respond personally to positive and negative, but the negative ones, I dedicate time to
yes.
go through the negative ones. Like I'm not the bigger person. I wish I was, but I'm not.
I
So
literally I haven't been on TikTok in a minute, but like I'll go on TikTok and I'll see your video. I'll look at the comments and I'm just like,
because I don't care. I'm like, bro, like,
Jamal.
and honestly, like, and with social media, like, I sometimes I'm like, damn, I'm too old to be responding to people. But
Mm,
sometimes I'm like, nah, like, y'all never gonna meet me.
mm,
And if you do meet me, you not gonna say the same stuff you saying to me online. Like, you gonna probably be like, oh, what's up? That social media stuff. Like, I'm not fighting nobody over social media,
yeah.
but your energy is not gonna be the same in person. Like, it's just not. People
Let me
say crazy stuff.
okay, let me ask you, do you think you get more negative comments on your TikTok or your YouTube stuff? Because I've
Recently,
seen I've seen some stuff and I'm
recently,
mhm,
uh, YouTube,
yeah.
which is funny because I just post the same videos from TikTok. People, surprise, surprise, you're not getting new content. It's the same content. Um, but certain things, like there's this one that I posted. It was the whips. Um,
I saw it.
and
That's why I was like, let me ask you because
I
I
was going back and forth with people, and I basically told somebody like he ain't black. And he was like, "So I'm not black because I don't agree with you." And I wanted to be like, "Yes," but like, but my, but really, I'm not. I'm like, no, you're not. I said because you're doing the same thing like a lot of white people do who have these fake accounts
mhm,
who say these type of things and they say they're black
mhm,
when they don't be black. I'm like, and then you know, Google, I was able to figure out who the person is. They are not black, but
mhm.
whatever. That's neither here nor there. I had a lot of time on my hands. My team isn't in the playoffs. Lakers weren't playing. I had a lot of time on my hands. Wasn't recording content. So I was like, oh, turns out he's not black because I could find your information. It's very easy.
Easy. People don't realize it's a
Um,
quick search.
but like the person was saying like generational trauma doesn't exist. And I'm sitting there like, no, it does. And he was like, this is something the politicians said. And I'm like, no, it's politicians
That's
actually say the opposite. They say the opposite. And I'm saying generational trauma is real. It's very real. And I was like, most black people, if they see some people with whips, just having a whip convention, they're not going to think, oh, this is for animals. This
right.
isn't for a circus, especially if you're not, there's no animals around and you're not at a goddamn circus. I'm going to think slavery.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I not think that?
Right.
And like they were saying, like it's not all just about race and blah blah blah. Then when every time I proved my point, they were all like, he was like, what articles are you reading? What books are you reading? And I'm like, well, I have these books. I've read these books. He
We could
pointed
send
out
you
some,
articles. Like that's
and
not an
then and then like I was like, I'm not gonna convince you basically, I was all like, generational trauma is a thing. I was like, I called out your race, said that you might not be black because of this. I didn't apologize, but I was like, so I told you why. And I was like, you don't have to agree as a black person. That's
Oh,
true. But you're saying generational trauma isn't a thing.
that's so
And you're also saying that like me thinking whips is like is more than just race. I'm like, no, that's not. But I was like, I'm not gonna convince you. You're gonna agree with or
you're
disagree
not.
whether or
That's
not.
the thing. It's like,
And then the person had the nerve to send me a video of Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman, all the niggas you could send me. Um, I'm not gonna give my opinion on Morgan Freeman, but I feel like people can understand by what I just said. They sent me a video of Morgan Freeman being like, he doesn't like Black History Month. And he's like, my history's not just in a month, and blah blah blah. And it's like, yeah, that is true, Morgan Freeman. That is very true. But do you know why we do that, Morgan Freeman? Do you understand the reasons? Your old ass should understand why they do that. Oh, sorry. I'm
we
sorry.
just said we
I'm
not.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Your old
Not
ass.
sorry. But like how can you say like, oh, I like, yeah, I wish Black History was celebrated all fucking 12 months
Right,
too.
right.
But that's not reality. So they give a month. Just like Women's History Month is March. Just like was it Pride is June. Like Asian Pacific Islander, I think they're May or April, one of those. But like the reason why people have months is not not saying like you shouldn't celebrate the month. It's acknowledging them, celebrating their culture in that month.
Right.
And then people who say, why isn't there a White History Month? Because there's fucking America every day.
Hello.
Hello.
Breathe it.
We celebrate this.
Day.
You think you're able to not talk about other races in school because white people didn't win? Hmm? Hmm? You're able to say Columbus discovered America?
And
You think
it's
that's not
it's just so
white?
frustrating though. It's like, because I'd be like wanting to argue with these people, but I'm just like, it's not even worth my time.
No, you don't need to. And the thing is too, I'm like, there's like days I'm like, all right, well, let me get my engagement up, because I'm like, I'm not gonna convince somebody who thinks otherwise. Like even like when this come out, it'll be a week. That like the dude from Barstool, he said that Kyrie Irving is um one of the worst teammates ever and one of the worst 100 people to ever live. He tweeted that out.
I think of 100 people who
Hey, listen,
go to
listen, listen.
work.
And then I made a video saying like that's convenient that he says it's about a black person. He does it about a black person who just demanded a trade. I was like, Kyrie was wrong about the Jew stuff. I said, but y'all also took it way too far with that. And I'm like, he was wrong. Should have apologized immediately on the stuff that he was saying.
Yeah.
And by him saying he didn't apologize, let people assume and stuff like that. And I'm like, but they also was all like, you got to meet with this person, you got to meet with that person, you're suspended. When the Jewish like what I forgot the name of the organization was like, no, we're not asking for all that.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you guys are trying to break him. And I was like, this is kind of uncomfortable now because I think he was wrong, but what y'all are doing, it seems like you're trying to break him.
Right.
And that is uncomfortable. But I basically said like, you should say Kyrie's the worst human being. Like this is a terrible take, basically. And then somebody was all like, well, he is because he did this against Jewish people. I'm like, worst 100 people to ever live. I was like, I can name probably 300 people that I think I can name 100 pro athletes that are worse athletes than Kyrie.
Easy.
Who's never violent. I'm like, y'all making me defend stuff I don't want to defend. I said he was wrong.
I have to do this.
I said he was wrong, but then y'all are like, he's wrong and he's the worst. Whoa.
No, he's definitely not the worst.
We got abusers, we got murderers, who have literally been in the league.
We got Brett Favre.
Brett Favre, who is literally scamming poor black used mostly, and white, poor whites. Y'all don't like to talk about them, but the poor whites as well are getting scammed by Brett Favre, and Kyrie's the worst. Get the fuck out of here.
People say anything, but anyways, I don't even know.
And as there's more bad topics, it just always gets worse before it gets better. So a school in New York, for Black History Month. You see what they did? They did chicken and watermelon and stuff. Chicken and waffles and watermelon on the 1st of Black History Month. First of all, I don't know how to feel about this. I'm offended and I'm also hungry at the same time.
Low-key, I was like, that's hella racist. But I was like, damn, they get chicken and waffles. Like, what's the full budget?
Like, damn, maybe I need to move to New York. But
no, it blows my mind that like every year it's a school that does some shit.
Every year.
I'm like, if y'all gonna do Black culture foods, educate yourselves. There's so much you could do. Like,
you don't even have to do the food.
Watermelon.
Just put the food in your regular stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Regular.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to school for the food. You don't have to have a menu dedicated to what y'all think my culture wants. You don't need to.
Yeah.
If you're going to do it, you need to have nothing but Black people on the council. And you need to have conservative Black people, liberal Black people, all the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? The people who don't like conservatives or liberals, the Kyrie Irvings of the world, the flat earthers. You need everybody, But I just was like, man, how insensitive is this that they do this every year. Like you have to apologize every year. Like somebody does some stuff like this every year, and you're like,
is your brain that small minded? Like you just think chicken and watermelon is it
on the 1st of the month? So you could have waited till the 15th where people ain't paying attention as much. The 1st, I'm like, yeah.
It's just so insensitive and out of pocket. It's just,
and you know what? I'm gonna say this too. I know that is a stereotype that Black people like fried chicken. We do not eat fried chicken as much as y'all think. We really don't. We really don't. I don't even like watermelon.
I love watermelon. I ain't going.
Chicken and waffles isn't like a thing that Black people. That's not soul food.
Yeah.
Like waffles. When did waffles become part of soul food? Slaves definitely wasn't eating no goddamn waffles.
Right. It was not. It was not doing waffles. I can't.
When did that stuff become part of? Like, I just don't. Like, I want people to get out of that mindset. Because I have unfortunately, I guess, however you want to look at it, I'm the only Black person with kids are seeing. So I have to like break every stereotype that they think. And my name happens to be Jamal. So there we go. I'm breaking that one already. Like, hey, yeah, I'm Jamal, bitch, but that's not it. I'm more than that, motherfucker. You ain't gonna. But I'm honestly, I'm not even like, when I saw it, I wasn't even as mad. Like normally I used to get mad, but I'm like, So y'all were the first one, because there's gonna be another one.
Oh, for sure.
There's gonna be another one.
Taking it off the lunch menu right now. Like, that's not a good.
Ooh, yeah.
Controversy.
Like, I don't know, man. Personally, I wish my school had fried chicken, but also
honestly though, because we was getting them chicken sandwiches, we was getting that flat pizza. We was like, oh, y'all got. That's all. Like, what's your budget to get fried chicken? We ain't never got fried chicken.
Never.
And the fruit, I don't even remember if we got fruit. Maybe an apple or orange. Y'all getting cut up watermelon? Damn.
I don't know. It's just like they want to reinforce these negative stereotypes. And at this point, I'm like, y'all only do it for Black groups. At this point, like, when are we gonna stop?
They're not.
And this is what people don't understand. That's why generational trauma. I'm like, yo, if we keep seeing these images of certain things, like, that is traumatic. Like, to wake up, like, even like Instagram, to wake up and like see that video, which is over an hour long. I don't know how people watched an hour of that video of the cops But that was like the first thing I saw when I go on Instagram, and I'm like, nope. But I'm like, yo, if this was another group, there would be a warning on the video. It would be like, don't watch this video or whatever. It would ask you like if you want to watch the video, you got to click on it or whatever. It's never like that.
Mhm.
It's never like that. It's like that's sort of traumatic.
Yeah.
Like you imagine you're the only black kid at your school, right? Or you're one of like 10. And like they think your food is fried chicken and watermelon. So now you gotta like explain to everybody that that's not what y'all normally eat.
And
That we eat
eventually
the
you
same
stop
fucking
explaining.
food as you.
You stop
Like
because it's exhausting.
it really is.
Like I'm
Um,
not a spokesperson for all Black people. That's why I be trying to make it clear. People like you got to educate yourself. You have to do the work to educate yourself because it's not my job to teach you. Yes, I can help. I can help you on your journey. I could give you sources and all this,
I'm
but
not.
like do the work. If you really want to know, you could. Google is free.
There's
It's
only so much you can do too. Like there's only so much I can do.
yeah.
Like
So
some people just don't want to know.
I'll just be like,
Like if their argument is like, "What books are you reading?" I'm like, "My lived experience."
by Jamal.
Lived experience.
Yeah.
You're asking me the book. I'm telling you, like, nope, this is what I experienced. Like when people are like, oh, all cops are bad. I'm like, you're right. Not all cops are bad people. If you're like, sure, if that's what you want to agree with, go with it. Let's say we go with it. Let's go off of my shared experience though. Have I had a good experience with a cop? No, never in my life. You know, but you know, just give them a Pepsi and everything is fine. Apparently, like, no, I've never had a good experience with a cop. So if
Listen,
my experience and many people who look like me experience have been the same for fucking 75 years, maybe there's a policing problem. And that's not just black cops, it's not
yeah.
white cops, that's just cops.
In general,
But
oh my god, and we don't have time to get into it, but
we
woo,
really don't. We got like 2 minutes.
woo, wait. The comments that I've seen these past 2 weeks. First, um,
You know
yeah,
the sad thing too? Like there is gonna be a police episode, people, you know. But we can just wait. We can literally wait because there's going to be another incident.
unfortunately,
And hopefully the cops that did this and the white cop that they are not putting in any of these pictures um, get what they deserve. But they're already starting with second degree murder.
yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
We already know how this is gonna play out, but
Manslaughter. You get manslaughter. But before we go, Uno or spades?
okay. Well, I can't really answer this question because I don't play spades.
Wow, you see that? I knew that's what I wanted. Take
I
her
didn't want to say
card.
that
Take
during
her
Black
card.
History Month.
Take her card. It's February. She don't play spades. Take her card away from her. That is a shame. He playing a white man
I
game
didn't
in
want to say it
Uno.
during Black History Month. I didn't want to say that. You forced my hand.
But
Uno.
spades clearly. But this has been the Harris Show. I've been your boy Jamal Radio Rahim,
I'm
and
still
and
black.
my sister Angie.
Yeah.
Okay, nobody's saying you're not
No,
black.
I just feel like I hear the people like, okay.
Somebody feels a little insecure.
A
But
little.
this has been the Harris Show. I've been your boy Jamal Radio Rahim with my sister, co-host Angie Ang. We'll catch y'all when we
When we
catch
catch
y'all.
y'all.
Peace.